Welcome to Rich People Club, where we unlock the truth about what's holding you back from becoming rich. Let's get real. Most people think they're on the right path to wealth, but they're unknowingly making mistakes that sabotage their success. This video isn't about generic advice or sugar-coated tips. It's about showing you the 12 mistakes you must avoid if you ever want to see true wealth, luxury, and freedom in your life. Picture this: you're working hard, maybe even making decent money, but something just isn't clicking. You're stuck in the same cycle while others seem to leap ahead. Why? Because they know what to avoid, and now you will too. From overspending on the wrong things to wasting time on habits that kill your potential, this video will give you the roadmap to stop bleeding opportunities and start building your millionaire future. Stick with me. You can't afford to miss this. Working only for money. There's a common trap that most people fall into: chasing money without purpose. Sure, money pays the bills and buys nice things, but if you're only working for a paycheck, you're limiting your potential. Imagine taking a high-paying job that leaves you drained and uninspired. It feels good at first, but over time, you plateau. True wealth comes from building skills and creating value, not from chasing a paycheck. Think about someone who prioritizes learning over earning in the early stages of their career. Instead of settling for a mundane job with decent pay, they choose an opportunity that challenges them to grow. Coding, copywriting, or public speaking might seem like small skills at first, but over time, they can open doors to opportunities you never imagined. Wealth isn't just about having money. It's about being valuable enough to attract it. Warren Buffett is a perfect example of this mindset. He didn't just chase high-paying jobs, he spent years mastering the art of analyzing businesses. That skill became his golden ticket, turning him into one of the richest and most powerful men in history. If you're stuck in a job that doesn't teach you anything new, ask yourself, am I investing in my future or just paying for the present? Focusing only on money keeps you blind to the bigger picture. To truly become rich, you need to think beyond the paycheck and into ownership. Let's explore how prioritizing equity can multiply your efforts and create lasting wealth. Buying a luxury lifestyle too early. It's hard to resist the temptation of a luxury lifestyle when you start earning more. A sleek car, designer clothes, or a vacation in Bali. These things seem like symbols of success. But here's the harsh truth: most people living that luxury life are drowning in debt. They're paying for things they can't afford just to impress others. Real wealth isn't about what you show, it's about what you grow. Imagine someone earning $100,000 a year, but spending $120,000 to maintain a luxurious image. They're living paycheck to paycheck despite their high income. Now think of another person who earns the same, but saves and invests 30% of their income in stocks, real estate, or even starting their own business. In 10 years, who do you think will be wealthier? The flashy spender or the disciplined investor? Here's a practical example. Instead of buying a $70,000 car, put that money into an investment property. Over time, the property appreciates in value, and you can use the rental income to afford luxuries guilt-free. Living below your means now sets you up for a life of abundance later. Avoiding the temptation of early luxuries is about playing the long game. It's not about depriving yourself forever. It's about delaying gratification to build something bigger. But even when you're disciplined, there's another trap: trying to do everything yourself. Let's talk about why that's a losing strategy. Doing everything yourself. The "I can do it all" mindset sounds noble, but it's actually a major roadblock to success. No one, no matter how talented, can achieve greatness alone. Look at the most successful people in history. They didn't just rely on their own skills, they built teams and leveraged the talents of others. Wealth is a team sport, not a solo endeavor. Take Elon Musk, for example. He's often seen as a genius entrepreneur, but Tesla, SpaceX, and PayPal weren't built by him alone. Musk surrounds himself with experts who handle areas where he lacks expertise. That's how he scales his ideas into billion-dollar empires. Similarly, if you're trying to grow your wealth, delegation is your secret weapon. Practical tip: identify one task you can outsource this week. Hate accounting? Hire a bookkeeper. Struggling with social media marketing? Bring in a freelancer. By freeing up your time, you can focus on activities that directly generate wealth, like closing deals or creating new products. And hey, if you're enjoying these insights and finding value in this content, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Rich People Club. Your support helps us continue delivering the strategies you need to build a rich and successful life. Now, let's cut through the noise and dive into why too many inputs can derail your focus. Receiving too many inputs. In today's world, everyone has advice about how you should live your life. From social media influencers to well-meaning family members, it seems like there's no shortage of opinions. But here's the catch: too many inputs create confusion, indecision, and ultimately, stagnation. Imagine trying to drive with 5 different GPS devices telling you conflicting routes. You'd get nowhere. The key is to filter the noise and focus on trusted sources. If your goal is to become rich, listen to people who've already achieved wealth. For example, following advice from a millionaire investor will serve you far better than taking tips from someone struggling financially. It's about quality over quantity when it comes to input. Here's a practical step. Limit the number of people you take advice from to 3 trusted voices. It could be a mentor, an expert in your field, or even a well-curated book. For example, The Millionaire Next Door offers insights into building sustainable wealth without flashy lifestyles. Fewer inputs mean more focus and faster progress. By narrowing your focus, you create mental clarity, which is essential for success. But clarity alone won't get you there if your ego is holding you back. Let's talk about why humility is a millionaire's superpower. Being ego-driven. Ego might feel like confidence, but it's actually one of the biggest barriers to success. Arrogance convinces you that you don't need help, don't need to learn, and don't need to grow. But here's the truth: the wealthiest people are the most curious. They never stop learning, and they're always seeking ways to improve. Consider the iceberg principle. What you know is just the tip, but what you don't know is the massive chunk below the surface. Humility allows you to explore that unseen knowledge. Think about athletes like Serena Williams. Despite being the best, she constantly works with coaches to refine her game. That's the mindset you need for wealth building. Imagine a startup founder dismissing advice from a seasoned entrepreneur because they think they know it all. That arrogance can cost them millions. On the other hand, the founder who listens and adapts is the one who thrives. Success requires a willingness to admit you don't have all the answers. Ego blinds you to opportunities and stunts your growth. But the next trap, blaming others, is just as dangerous. Let's uncover why taking responsibility is the key to unlocking your potential. Blaming others for your problems. Blame is a comfort zone for many. It's easy to point fingers at the government, the economy, or even your upbringing when things don't go as planned. But here's the thing: every second spent blaming someone else is a second wasted. Millionaires don't waste time on excuses. They channel their energy into solutions. Responsibility is the foundation of wealth. Imagine 2 people facing the same setback. One spends hours complaining about the unfairness of life, while the other asks, "What can I do to fix this?" The second person gains control of the situation. Whether it's learning a new skill, finding a better job, or starting a side hustle, action always beats blame. Wealth doesn't wait for perfect circumstances. It's built despite them. Here's a challenge. The next time something goes wrong, write down 3 things you could have done differently. This simple exercise shifts your mindset from victim to problem solver. For example, if you missed an opportunity because you lacked knowledge, invest in books or courses to prepare for the next one. Small steps like this create a ripple effect that leads to massive success. Blame is a habit, but so is accountability. And just like breaking out of blame, breaking out of your comfort zone is essential for real growth. Let's explore why staying static is the enemy of success. Staying in your comfort zone. Comfort feels good, but it's a trap. The problem with staying in your comfort zone is that it keeps you safe but stagnant. True wealth and success require you to push beyond your limits, take risks, and embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen when you're standing still. It happens when you're moving toward the unknown. Imagine someone who's been in the same job for years, afraid to apply for a promotion or start their own business. They might feel secure, but they're also stuck. Compare that to someone who steps out of their comfort zone by launching a side hustle or learning a new skill. The second person isn't just surviving, they're thriving. Breaking out of your comfort zone doesn't mean making giant leaps right away. Start with small steps. If you're scared of investing, begin with something low risk like index funds. If networking makes you nervous, attend one local event to meet like-minded people. Every small step expands your boundaries and opens up new opportunities. But comfort zones aren't the only trap. Even if you step out, relying on just one source of income can limit your potential. Let's talk about why diversification is the backbone of financial freedom. Relying on a single source of income. Depending on one paycheck is like walking on a tightrope. It only takes one misstep to fall. The richest people didn't get where they are by relying on a single source of income. They built multiple streams that supported them during downturns and multiplied their wealth during upswings. Diversification is not just smart. It's essential. Imagine losing your job tomorrow. If your paycheck is your only income, you're in trouble. But if you have rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, or a profitable side hustle, you've got a safety net. Wealthy people understand that one stream of income is never enough. They invest in assets that work for them, even when they're sleeping. Starting is simpler than you think. Begin with a side hustle you enjoy. Freelancing, selling products online, or investing in ETFs. Over time, these small efforts grow into powerful income streams. For example, $200 invested monthly in a stock market index fund can snowball into a significant amount over decades. But even with multiple income streams, you won't succeed if you lack financial knowledge. Let's discuss why education is your greatest wealth-building tool. Ignoring financial education. Money doesn't come with a guidebook, but understanding how it works is critical for building wealth. Too many people ignore financial education, thinking it's boring or unnecessary. But the truth is, the most successful millionaires are the most informed. They know how to manage taxes, leverage investments, and make their money work for them. If you're starting, grab a copy of The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham or Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. These books break down financial concepts in a way that's easy to understand. Learning about compound interest, asset allocation, and market trends can change how you think about money forever. Think of someone who jumps into crypto investing without understanding the risks. They're gambling, not investing. Now imagine someone who takes the time to study market trends, diversifies their investments, and balances risk with reward. That's the difference financial education makes. It turns speculation into strategy. But even with knowledge, the people around you play a big role in your success. Let's explore why your social circle can make or break your wealth journey. Associating with toxic people. Your network is your net worth. Surround yourself with negative, unmotivated people, and their energy will drag you down. On the other hand, spending time with ambitious, driven individuals inspires you to aim higher. The wealthiest people don't just network. They carefully curate their circles. Imagine a friend group that spends every weekend partying and blowing money on meaningless things. Now picture another group that discusses investment strategies, business ideas, and personal growth. Which circle will help you build wealth? It's an obvious choice, but too many people cling to relationships that hold them back. Take a hard look at your current circle. Are the people around you lifting you up or pulling you down? If it's the latter, it's time to set boundaries and seek out like-minded individuals. Join groups, attend events, or even find mentors who align with your goals. Your environment directly affects your mindset and your wealth. But even with the right people, managing your time wisely is just as important. Let's dive into how to stop wasting time on habits that don't move you forward. Wasting time on inefficient habits. Time is your most valuable resource, yet so many people squander it on meaningless activities. Scrolling through social media, binge-watching Netflix, or procrastinating doesn't build wealth. The rich treat time like money. They invest it in activities that yield high returns, like learning skills or building businesses. Think about your daily routine. Are there pockets of wasted time that could be redirected toward your goals? For instance, instead of spending an hour on Instagram, dedicate that time to reading a book on personal finance or working on a side hustle. Small changes in how you spend your time can lead to big changes in your bank account. Here's a practical tip. Use tools like time blocking or productivity apps to structure your day. For example, apps like Todoist or Notion can help you prioritize tasks and eliminate distractions. Wealth building requires focus, and focus starts with managing your time effectively. But wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of consistent, intentional actions over time. Let's explore why those small steps matter more than you think. Underestimating the power of small steps. Big dreams are built on small actions. Too many people overlook the power of tiny, consistent steps because they seem insignificant. But here's the truth. Small, daily habits compound into massive results. This principle applies to everything from saving money to building skills. Imagine someone saving just $5 a day. It doesn't sound like much, but over a year, that's $1,825. Invested wisely, it could grow into something far greater. Jeff Bezos didn't start Amazon as a trillion-dollar empire. It began as a humble online bookstore. Consistent effort over time turned it into the giant it is today. The key is to start small and stay consistent. Automate your savings, dedicate 15 minutes a day to learning a new skill, or spend 30 minutes networking each week. These tiny actions may not seem powerful now, but over time, they'll transform your life. With these steps, you're laying the foundation for wealth. Now that you know what to avoid, it's time to dive deeper into how to build the life of your dreams. If you're serious about building wealth, the first step is taking action. And that starts right here. Producing videos like this takes effort, but it's worth it if it helps you avoid the traps that keep most people from success. So, subscribe to Rich People Club and turn on notifications because every video is designed to give you the tools and strategies you need to build your millionaire future. Now that you know what to avoid, it's time to apply what you've learned. Which of these mistakes have been holding you back? Drop a comment below. I want to hear from you. And let me ask you, how bad do you want it? Are you ready to stop playing small and start building the rich, powerful life you deserve? If so, this is your moment. Let's make it happen.